Sure, sure. No, I mean, with your introduction, I actually think no matter what, from the pharma angle or from a medical doctor angle, it's the same about patient first. I think something really inspired me a lot about being this industry. As long as you put your heart on the patient, things will come along quite nicely, both for the product development point of view, frankly speaking, also on this whole value and profit. And so we're doing something very, very meaningful. At the same time, really will bring the whole rewarding will come along. So I do think when you develop product, you need to kind of put that thing first, right? What makes sense for the patients and what really truly make a difference. So that's my, I always said that as a top priority.
So I totally agree with Judy. It is about the patients in the end of the day, right? Because if they're not going to use your drug, it's not going to get sold. But I want to take it to a different point then. If the patient truly is the end of the market that you need to achieve, I think if you really want to have a successful chance as a company, even at the early stages, even when you're doing preclinical work, even when you're doing, drug discovery, you have to think about the path all the way to the end, okay? You have to have a target product profile from day one, even when you're still in the mice, okay? You've got to think about, you need that roadmap, but you have to really, and listen, even in a roadmap, listen, if you think of that Waze, destination changed, because you're gonna do a lot of weaving left and right. It's not gonna be a straight path the way you originally thought, but you still have to have that straight path out. Because when you're looking to raise money, when you're going to the pharma companies for partnership, whatever it is, you need to be able to articulate that path to them, because if you can't, they're not gonna do it for you, and then they're just not going to invest. And Judy, by the way, is great at doing that. It's one of the reasons I invested in the company. Well, I'm not being as nice as you think, by the way. It is about the patients, because that's the end user. I would say in any market, if you don't have product market fit, people will not use it, your product. Right?
Sure.
I don't think that conflict with investment strategy either, yeah. So the exit still need to be there, it's all come along. I do agree. I don't think it's just, when you really think about patient, I really meant it. There are a lot of things about the exit, at which point for the company, for the investors, you need to bring and to be really making it meaningful for this whole journey.
I totally agree.
So I love this event. I love this event. First of all, and I will say this every single time I have the opportunity, thank you, Joe Shen. Okay. And by the way, Judy introduced me to her, so thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
Very kind to invite me here to come speak. I think there's a lot, from my point of view, there's a lot of similarity between the biotech ecosystem in Israel and the biotech ecosystem here in Taiwan. Similar problems, but similar benefits, great universities, great hospitals, great scientists, not enough capital market supporting that, and very often selling out, unfortunately, early and not really building up the ecosystems. And I think that we have to take the opportunity to learn lessons from each other. I think there's some things you do well in Israel. I think there's some things you do really well here in Taiwan. For example, I see all these companies that are on the public markets in Taiwan. It may not be a long-term great solution, but it's a good way to get capital and get bigger till you can get to the point where you can be more successful. So I think there are lessons that can go both ways, and for me, this is an opportunity to create that bridge, learn some lessons, and bring some education from my point of view.
If I build a little bit further, interestingly, recently, this is some similarity I see a lot about between Taiwan and Silicon Valley or Bay Area. Which part is because then in the Bay Area, it's fair to say the whole biotech industry, the birthplace is in the Bay Area. It's supposed to be still the top lead, and it's still probably, yes. But it's always overshadowed by this whole high-tech success. And in Taiwan has a little bit like that recent years. The great success of semiconducting business end up overshadow about the biotech business. Most of people, like you just pointed out, the investor will want to do exactly the same model as for the semiconductor. However, they are different, right? So actually, this is something also interestingly, you see that also, this is maybe different from compare Taiwan to Israel, but
it's
actually
exactly the same actually. For
similar.
us, cybersecurity was really big.
Yeah.
And people try and apply the cybersecurity rules of investing, whatever, to healthcare, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a much
very
different time
interesting.
frame. It's a different market.